Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Zymox, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be of about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up? Welcome to Weird Wednesday. How's it going, Jamie?
It's going pretty good. How about you?
Yeah, no, I can't complain. I can't complain. If I did, nobody gives a damn anyway. So,
Well, not that. It just won't do any good.
that's true. I don't think anybody's here yet. This is the first.
4.
Aha, Craig's here. What's up?
There's been a big Facebook, all their platforms have had problems today.
Oh, yeah, my
Apple
computer
is
today.
everywhere.
I wanted to take a ball peen hammer and beat the piss out of my computer today.
And my brains.
Other than that, I love it.
Anybody been going to any holiday parties or getting in the spirit somehow?
It's doing some stupid stuff here tonight. It was like 70 earlier today. It's freaking 45 now.
Oh, wait, you're Ulrich this whole time.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Wow. No.
Yeah, it's
Well,
44
hello,
degrees.
kitty. Damn, 40 what?
45 and dropping. It says 45 feels like 34. It's going to be a low of 40.
We're having a reunion with the rain. This weather guy's been getting way too. We're 48. Way too sassy with his little quotes he puts for the weather.
The onion. Yeah, Craig, here's a question for you. Doing that carnivore diet, can you have cheat days? because Thanksgiving Day, I ate like a little handful of collard greens and 2 little spoonfuls of vanilla ice cream and a little piece of pound cake. And I felt like shit the next day. I paid for it hardcore. I see these people talk,
Wow.
having cheat days and they can eat stuff. I'm evidently not one of them.
Do
And
you think it was the mixture of the food? Like, because you had the ice cream, like the dairy.
I don't
Wait,
know.
you're
No,
still
I
having
mean,
dairy.
I can do dairy. We make our own carnivore ice cream. I can't eat much of it because I must be some sort of lactose intolerant or whatever the hell it's called. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she ate like some sweet potatoes and some stuffing and some other stuff. And she was sick for like 5 days. Not sick, but her stomach was just revolting for like 5 days. She was hating life.
Interesting. It's like when you switch when you switch dog or cat food up there because their stomachs are so
Yeah,
used to like one kind of, then they get sick. I wonder if it's the same thing like with people. Like I was telling you with fast food, like the first day, like a Coke will burn my stomach or fast food would just like ruin me. But then like if I have it again the next day, all of a sudden I kind of like a tolerance to it.
yeah.
Did he answer? He says
Yeah.
you're not supposed to.
Yeah, I just figured it was Thanksgiving and I wanted to eat.
Have
They were these fresh collard greens that came right out of the garden. So I just ate a little bit of those and yeah, man, I paid for it. Other than that, I don't ever cheat. But the other thing is I can never get into ketosis either. And well, unless my pee strips aren't working. I haven't got the blood tests yet because I've been so broke lately.
What
But
is
yeah,
it?
when you go into ketosis, your ketones, like
What are
it,
ketones?
like if you stop eating carbs and all the shit that goes along with it, your body starts burning the fat basically instead of the carbs and stuff.
Okay. Is that what that is?
Yeah, basically. I don't know. Let me
Is
see.
that what happens with like people on that Ozempic? How it eats the muscle, it eats the fat, then the muscle, and then their organs or something?
No, that's a different. It works differently.
Oh,
And I still have Manjaro, and like I got a friend that was doing that Wegovy drug, and he started like a month or two after me, and shit, he's lost like 60 pounds. But I don't know, man, that medicine, it just between that and the metformin, I was just like had the shits and was nauseous every day, and just got fucking sick of it. I got sick of feeling sick all the time, and I stopped taking it. And took me a while. Took my stomach a while to recoup, but it basically puts your stomach like in a paralysis. I don't know. It's like the more I read about it, the worse it sounds for you. So
damn.
yeah, this says ketones fuel your body's tissues and eventually exit in your urine pee. It's normal and safe to have some ketones in your blood because it's normal for your body to use it as a backup energy source, fats, when there's not enough usable glucose.
So
Too many
how do
things
you
can
like
be acidic and toxic.
if you were wanting to go back, like how people have to wean off of like medications? How do you prepare yourself to be able to change back if you want it?
Um, I don't know. I don't know that I ever want to go back because
But I mean, if was to, how would they be able to do it?
just the same way I went on it, you just start introducing carbs or whatnot back into your diet. You can go full blast or just, I would say a little bit at a time.
It's almost like
But
withdrawals. It sounds like that you're having to go through like,
yeah.
but like reverse.
Yeah, I don't really see myself going back. I do miss eating vegetables. That's why I ate greens on Thanksgiving. And it wasn't a lot. It was just like a couple spoonfuls.
But you honestly feel better this way, to where you feel like this just feels like way better for you than.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And then are you taking other supplements for things where you need those like vitamins?
I started taking a multivitamin just because I don't know why. I just felt like I needed it. So I kind of
Or like an Ensure?
I don't do anything like that. No. I was taking, like Craig said, I was taking berberine, which is kind of a natural replacement or whatever. It helps your blood sugar, and it's like metformin, but not with all the shit metformin comes along with it. It's more of a natural thing. I was taking that for a while, and I still may. I ran out, so I haven't taken anymore. But yeah, I mean, I take my one blood pressure medicine, and then I have this heart medicine that I can't get a refill on it. So I'm trying to wean myself off of that until I get a doctor that'll accept my insurance. Go United. I heard they shot that dude. Anyways.
That is the same place?
Oh yeah, that's fully who I had insurance, or I have insurance through, is United Healthcare.
Because I brought that up to my mom, but I didn't know that that's actually like the same place.
Yeah, it is the same place. Yeah, I can't do. I tried eating liver, man, and I just fucking hate it. I just hate it. And anything else, I can't do livers. I can't do.
No.
So I take a pill, a capsule that has, organ meat in it.
Oh, because you get the iron or something from like.
I bought some liver, and I'm like, okay, I'm really going to give this a third go, because I've tried it a couple of times, and I'm like, I'm really just going to cook this, and I'm just going to give it an honest. And I was like, here's the first bite.
You give it to the dog?
Do it. Yeah. Gave it to her raw. Yeah, it was just this. I just don't like liver. I just can't do it. That's one of the things I just, if I was starving, I'd eat it, but I'm not starving. So I'd rather not eat it.
My dad loved the guts out of every package of stuff. Like, he loved the guts. He made the stew with every kind of part that was in the baggie and put it over rice. And I was like, God, but you're not poor anymore. Like, you can have you don't have to eat that anymore. Like, but he liked it. He genuinely liked it. Like,
yeah, my dad used to like liver and onions. Darcy even likes liver. I bought a bunch of liver, stupidly, and I took some, and I was grinding, like hamburger meat. So I was making these meatballs. What's that?
You grinded the livers?
Well, I was grinding regular beef to make hamburger, and I took some of the liver and put it in the hamburger to make these meatballs. I figured, I'll sneak it in and that way I won't know. Bullshit. I made those meatballs, and the first one I ate, I could taste the liver.
Oh,
Darcy's like, "You're crazy." I'm like, I taste liver. I just can't do it. I don't like the taste of it. I don't like the texture of it.
they're like little banana slugs. Like, I mean, it's a liver. Its purpose is to filter all the crap out.
Yeah. I don't know. Some people love it, but not me. I just can't.
I can't. Like, I freak out over the little vein in the chicken wing in the chicken.
Yeah, the texture
That
and the
weird little piece of the little chicken wings. You know, when you rip it off, and then there's always that one little weird piece of cartilage. Ugh, ugh.
weird little
I have to
vein on
pick all the chicken apart and like go between the bone. You know. Mm.
it. Yeah.
My dad would like suck it clean, like both sides.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's funny. This friend of mine, he just passed away recently. Damn it. All my friends die. I don't know what's up with that. Scary to be friends with me lately. But yeah, this one friend of mine, he taught me how to eat chicken wings. We were on a boat. I'm on a boat, bitch. Yeah, we were on this big boat, and it was a wedding reception. And it was like a cruise, like a river cruise. And I'm over there, I'm getting a couple of chicken wings. And he's like, "Hey, boy, you ain't eating them right." And I'm like, "What?" I didn't know there was like a special way to eat a chicken wing. He's like, "Yeah." He showed me. You set on the little wing part, you separate that bone, you pull that one bone out, and the other bone, you just put the whole wing in your mouth, pull it off clean. The things you learn from your friends that resembled like Rodney Dangerfield at a party.
Really?
Putting chicken wings in his pocket. Some now and some to go later tonight.
Hi, Heather and Craig's mom.
Oh, frozen chicken livers.
Any of it. Oh, I just saw an article the other day too, but I didn't read it. They say the truth about what happens to people's organs after they die. And I was thinking, don't we have like that little sticker on our license that I always knew was like stupid anyway? If you want to be like an organ donor, basically, I thought you're supposed to be buried then with all your parts if you're not giving it away. But apparently, there's a secret something that happens to our organs.
Oh, nice. We're going to take them anyways.
Maybe.
Chicken livers. Yeah, I can't do chicken gizzards either. I don't even know what the fuck a gizzard is, but I can't do them.
Yeah, he loved that, the gizzards.
Yeah. My stepdad, he used to like on the turkey, like every Thanksgiving, the little kind of heart-shaped little thing on the turkey's ass that covers the turkey's butthole or whatever. He called it the Pope's nose.
Like where its little tailbone is or something.
Yeah. He's like, that's the best part of the turkey. I'm like, damn, you nasty, Dad. That turkey.
The turkey's like butt bone.
It's like, that's the Pope's nose.
Wow. I wish I could ask Dad about that, Dad.
Yeah.
I bet you my dad knew what that was.
Yeah.
Like, that's what. But they never saved it.
Yep, Janice has heard the Pope's nose.
Like, whose idea even was it to start shoving things up their turkey's ass carcass? Like, here's a dead animal for real, you know? And that's like, just shove things in its ass while we cook. In fact, better yet, let's take a chicken and shove it up the ass of the turkey. And then let's take a duck and shove it up the ass of the chicken, which is shoved up the ass of the turkey. And like, cook all these like animals together. Dead animal, you know, a turducken, yeah.
Turducken.
But then I think they found a way to shove even one more animal into the duck's ass, and I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I saw one that it was like a turducken, but it had an octopus in it with all the tentacles hanging out. And it was just downright creepy looking.
Was it in the duck?
Yeah, I think so.
See, maybe that was the fourth item. Have you ever had a turducken?
No, I don't think I have.
Would you though? Like, if it was just all cut, kind of like a layer cake, I guess. Is that how it cuts down, like a layer cake?
I don't know.
You have to then pull each thing back out of each according ass, and
Yeah. Whenever I cook a turkey, I usually just shove a couple of apples and a couple lemons up its ass and a couple pads of butter and some other stuff.
orange juice on the skin helps.
Yeah.
Nice and crispy.
This is the first Thanksgiving in like, I don't know, the last 6 years probably that I haven't baked a turkey, made a turkey, and whoo.
Either do we.
I mean, I ate turkey. My aunt cooked one, but maybe I'm just a little biased, but I like mine better.
Well, it was like hell of expensive for a big ass turkey. And like my sister was in Vegas. We didn't drive to my aunt's because of the stupid floods, flash flooding. And so my mom had got this like turkey breast thing to put in the rotisserie. But I think it was actually like processed meat. Like I don't think it was an actual breast.
Yeah.
It seemed processed to me. But it worked, you know, for like the two of us and everything.
Yeah.
But it was like, everything was just so flippin' expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like last year I got a turkey. They went on sale. They were like, I don't know, like 99 cents a pound or something. And it was a butterball. I was like, man, what happened? The freezer breakdown or something? And they're getting rid of these before they start stinking or what? But yeah, I got like a damn 19-pound turkey. And it was like just under $19. Like $1 a pound. This year wasn't that. It was way more.
Yeah.
But I was in the store the other day. Usually, you know, after Thanksgiving, they usually have, you know, a handful of turkeys left. Well, I was in the store the other day, man, right after Thanksgiving, and they had a whole freaking case of turkeys left. Like, people waiting for that shit to drop. Yeah, I think I've seen that video.
Good night, Murray. Thank you for stopping by.
Yeah, I did a deep fried turkey one time.
I don't know if I've ever even had deep fried turkey.
Yeah.
I feel like I have, but
yeah, I eat turkey, chicken, fish, steak, hamburger. I've been eating a lot more fish and chicken lately. A little bit of hamburger. Did have a ribeye steak the other night, and that's the first steak I've had in about the last month and a half because my ass been broke. I've been buying the cheap meat. But I sold one of my e-bikes the other night, and that was my celebration dinner. Went and bought a couple of cheap ribeyes. And
Right
damn,
on. I took a Mucinex 2 hours ago, 7:30. Like my mom was like, I want to get a barometer or whatever. Can't figure out why. Every Wednesday, I even got a pack here with some Chinese hot mustard. Wait. You know how I hate this stuff.
Chinese hot mustard.
It's actually not that bad. And it's not really even that hot.
Yeah. I'll find you the stuff I had. I'm out of it right now. Came in a little bottle. It's an oil, and you put it on your, put a couple drops on your hands, rub them together, and then huff your hands.
Uh-huh. Like
And-
Vicks.
Yeah, it's kind of like Vicks. I can't remember the name of this stuff. Odumi oil or something like that. Udumi. Let me look it up.
But why every Wednesday? Doesn't happen the other days. Now it's gross.
Obama oil? No, that's not it.
Better late than never.
Yeah, I'll have to go in there and look at the bottle. I can't remember the name of this stuff. But yeah, it works great for that. Works
Damn,
great.
we had a horse outage.
That
Like
and
it
the oil,
just clears.
yeah. And the oil that I make works really good too.
For clearing you up.
Well, I didn't make it for that. I made it for my skin and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean it's pretty minty, spearminty, pepperminty smelling.
Ooh.
Yeah, it works good for that too.
Alternative uses. You could dap it on your pressure points and around your nostrils.
Yeah, I'm just like finishing up the last of my hot sauce that I made, and damn, that stuff's good. Gonna have to make some more. I think I picked enough daddle peppers to make a pretty good sized batch of it.
Did you see like how Jacoby and Swami has made their meat so horny? It started out with just doing some rubs and barbecuing and showing their rubs like on TV, like on TikTok and all that. And it just started getting really big and people were starting to like really order it. And now they have like this little shop and stuff, like their meat so horny, like rubs and sauces and all that. And I could totally see you doing something like that. And like your hot sauces would be the perfect start.
Yeah.
Cause like that's like a whole gig they got going now.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a company here in my town that like will make the hot sauce for me, you know, and bottle it, label it, package
Like your recipe.
Yeah. But you gotta I don't know. You got to buy like, I forget what it is.
It's like when you have beer made, you have to buy like so much of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say it's like 4,000 bottles or something. I don't know. It's a bunch, but they do everything, and they'll follow your recipe to the bone. I had a friend that was going to do it, and he was like, "Yeah, but you got to buy so much." I'm like, "Yeah, well, makes you shit or get off the pot." It's easy to make a batch, and just, sell a few bottles here and there or whatever. I just give mine away, but yeah, you got 4,000 bottles. You got to be moving that stuff.
Yeah.
Recouping your money and making some and keep that product moving. Just get 4,000 bottles of hot sauce and you end up with 3,000 bottles that go bad because they're sitting there too long. That ain't gonna make you no kind of money.
But they started out by like going to where there was like events and stuff, and like putting up a table and like having like their signs put up with like the bottles and all that, and then getting people that, of course, they already had like a following.
Yeah,
but in a couple of years they've been able to grow pretty good.
that's cool.
But they started out with it was just like the tent, like the pop-up tent that
Yep.
you do as like a concession stand somewhere. It was just
Yep.
stuff like that. And then people would come up and like buy the stuff.
Yeah, I had a restaurant that wanted to use my hot sauce, which I thought was pretty cool. And have a bottle on every table. But then they went out of business, so
Oh man.
kind of squashed that program.
That's awesome though. You, Mr. Adam Odell. I don't know if I should try to start reading something before my nose gets worse.
Farmer Vincent's meat. People check in, but they don't check out. What's up, Debbie?
Hey, sister. Happy after birthday.
Yeah, I took a batch of my hot sauce. The last batch that I made, I got a friend that she likes it really hot. And, I like it hot, but not to the point where it's like torturous. To where you got snot coming out your eyes. But she likes it really hot. So I made my normal batch. And then I made a batch. It's daddle pepper sauce. And then I made a batch. I grew these habaneros that were just fucking wickedly hot for habaneros. I don't know what got in them. Well, actually, they were growing next to. Yeah, I think that's what happened. They were growing next to my Carolina Reapers, which are blisteringly hot. And they must have like kind of crossbred or something, because the habaneros were basically like the Carolina Reapers. They were insane. So I just took all the Carolina Reapers and the habaneros and ground them all up and put them in that sauce. And it was freaking hot. It like literally blistered my lips.
Like to even if you took your pinky and did the littlest, tiniest dab and the littlest lick like that, would it be totally hot?
Yeah, it was pretty damn hot. Yeah. It still had
I can't handle nothing like
still had
that.
a good flavor, but yeah, it was hot. It was insanely hot. She loved it. She ate like I made her 2 quarts of it and she like finished them off in like record time. I was like, "Damn, girl, you're a
Dude,
badass."
food with the sauce.
But yeah,
Like when you eat hot sauce, do you still taste the food? Does the sauce like enhance the food? Or are you just tasting the hot sauce?
the sauce that I like, I don't like that uncomfortable hot sauce.
Yeah.
That's like party hot sauce where, ooh, I dare you to, you know,
To where you stop breathing and change colors.
yeah. But I got this stuff in there. I got it from the guy that, came out with the Carolina Reaper, Smoking Ed. And it's a hot sauce, but it's basically just Carolina Reaper mash. Like it's just ground up Carolina Reapers with a little bit of something to make it red. And that shit is, whew, it's insanely hot. And I got it just because I was buying some hot sauce, and I was like, oh, I'll have this just for that person that comes over, and it's like, I'll eat the hottest stuff you have. Okay, well, here you go. Try a spoonful of this. And yeah, when my nephew and his girlfriend were living here, they he liked my hot sauce, but he's like, got anything hotter? I'm like, oh yeah, I got something hotter. You do a spoonful of this, man, you're a badass. And he's like, I'll do a spoonful. And he took a spoonful of it. And his girlfriend, she's like, well, I'll do a spoonful. And I'm like, you sure? She's like, yeah, I'm sure. She took a spoonful. I look over at him and he's like already sweating and his face is turning red. Hadn't said anything yet. She was like 18 at the time, she just took a spoonful of that stuff, swallowed it, and she's like, it's not bad. And I'm like, yeah, give it a minute, and like 10 minutes later, he's over there crying and like scraping his tongue with a paper towel and a rake and everything else. And he's freaking out. And she's like, it's not that hot. And I'm like, damn, girl, either you got one hell of a poker face or you are just a badass. She's like, yeah, it's not that hot.
Or it's just like how younger people can, drink more. Like alcohol didn't bother us as much when we were younger.
Yeah.
Same for that. He's all sticking his tongue in the butter.
Oh, yeah. He was flipping out. And like,
you're like, it's like drooling out.
I got to where I could, I really got into hot sauce for a while, and I got to where I could eat the pretty hot stuff, the uncomfortable level of hot stuff. But I'm like, why am I doing this? And then I made that batch.
Like, why though?
And I was eating it with chips. I wasn't eating it with chips. I was, but I wasn't purposely eating it. I had the regular hot sauce and the XXX hot sauce, and they're both in the same kind of bottle.
Oh.
And the top guy just wrote on the top with a Sharpie, and it had gotten worn off. And I was eating some chips, and I'm going, God damn, this stuff is hot. Thinking the longer it's set in the fridge, the hotter it's getting. And then I realized it was because I was eating the XXX hot sauce. And yeah, it was like the next morning, my lips felt like I had put them on a belt sander.
Oh, God.
Like, that can't be like doing good things for the inside of me.
No. He'll be mooing on the toilet.
Yeah.
Brrrr. Corny cow.
Horny cows.
Just make like a horny cow.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
I had to send my articles to my text messenger since I just yanked that right out. Since Messenger today, I would open the articles after I put it in there and they would just be black.
Oh, damn it.
Ed says, where is he? Since his heart attack, he can't already sweating. He used to eat all that stuff. Ghost pepper jam and barbecue. You made some ghost pepper, didn't you?
Some what?
Ghost peppers sauce.
Yeah. That was what was in my hot sauce was ghost peppers
Yeah.
and habaneros.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I like jalapenos. That's one I grow usually is jalapenos, daddle peppers, and I grew serrano peppers this season.
I can eat jalapeno peppers if I take all the seeds out.
Yeah.
One thing I do like was this thing TGI Fridays used to have where you cut the little jalapenos like pinwheels and then you deep fry them and then you put them over your chips and put melted nacho cheese over it. And they were like these firecracker, like jalapeno nachos.
Yeah.
And that was pretty good. The cheese kind of helped tame some of the spice down, but
Yeah.
that was my favorite jalapeno thing.
I made this sauce that I was calling it like mamba sauce, green mamba sauce or something. It was jalapeno or not jalapeno. Yeah, it was jalapeno pineapple hot sauce.
Oh yeah. That
And
actually sounded good.
yeah, a bunch of people really liked it. I ate it. It was okay. I like the daddle pepper sauce that I made better, but a lot of people really loved the habanero pineapple sauce.
I've seen people sell that combination before.
Yeah.
Well, this one I thought was interesting just because the sound of the way the dogs are barking, like in the video. Like, I can't really tell what it is they're looking at. But if they're like guard dogs, they shouldn't be that skittish. And it's just a really familiar sound for a lot of like animal people. Chilling footage from a security camera has gone viral, showing two agitated dogs barking as a ghostly figure glides in the background. The clip was captured in Mexico on November 7 and shows two guard dogs next to a heavy-duty vehicle in the early hours of the morning. And it's going to be like up whatever that machine, yeah, where the mouse is. Yeah, right around in there. Both pooches are seen jumping up while letting out distressed howls. After a few seconds, a figure dressed in a white can be dressed in white can be dressed in a white can. A figure dressed in white can be spotted emerging from the darkness. That's not ChatGPT, that's me. Could be spotted emerging from the darkness on the other side of the lorry. The dogs continue barking as it slowly makes its way across the frame. Neither of them approach the figure. The footage has been shared on X by Mexican news outlets, sparking several theories as to what the figure might be. According to TV Azteca, some locals believe it to be a mythical creature known as La Lorena, the crying woman. In Mexican folklore, La Lorena roams near bodies of water, mourning the children she drowned after discovering her husband was cheating on her. People who hear her cries are doomed to suffer misfortune or death according to legend. However, there's also people online who thought the footage was simply showed a normal person dressed in white. This comes after Ring doorbell footage went viral, appeared to show a ghostly figure looking around a remote property. The clip was shared on the Ghosts of London group Facebook recently, where people from around the world submit footage of pictures of something they believe to be supernatural. Although the clip may seem Scott totally screwed up. I mean, it walks, the way it moves does kind of look like walking legs,
Yeah.
but the sound of the dogs.
Yeah.
Are they blowing like a dog whistle at the same time, maybe? You know, we wouldn't hear that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's La Llorona. The cats are sleeping, they don't even care. Yeah, it moves like a person walking under a sheet or something.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that as much when I was trying to record it onto my phone earlier. I was having issues, so I didn't get to see it as closely. It looked to me more of a floating, but when I'm watching it on the computer, I'm seeing it. Looks like it's walking. What do you
Yeah.
guys think?
I don't know. It's either spirity or just somebody walking down the road. I don't know. Yeah, I fully believe that animals, dogs, cats, whatever, all animals can see spirits. Like, I mean, I think we could see them when we were young before we got to the age where everybody was like, oh, that's your imagination. That's your imaginary friend. It's not real. And then you just brought up thinking, okay, maybe it wasn't real. I know when I was a little kid, I saw stuff that nobody else was seeing. My mom said, yeah, imaginary friend. I'm like, bullshit, that wasn't imagination. If it was, I was talking to a hell of an imagination.
Yeah, you'd be like a schizophrenic.
Yeah, I
You
don't know.
definitely did not have a typical childhood
Yeah.
as far as those type of things go.
Yeah. You know, I always think when like some people, you know, I see dead people. I mean, I think people that can see dead people, whatever you want to call it, talk to spirits. I think those are the people that weren't told, oh, it's just your imagination when they were a little kid, you know. So I think, I don't know what I think. Don't listen to me, I'm crazy.
There's a story I almost put on, and it was, you know, father, a boy sees a bad boy ghost kid or something in a closet, and he's telling dad, you know, bad kid in the closet, and the dad's like, what? You know, what are you saying? And then the dad's like, oh, really, you know, like, it's okay. See, there's nothing in here. There's nothing in here. I'm thinking, oh, that's the worst thing. The kid's like, bad in there, bad, bad. And the dad's like, nothing's in here. But then he's looking at the camera, I'm so scared, you know, like acting stupid. So he's like freaking, if that was real, like he's freaking out. The kid's like telling him, yo. But I'm like, that's exactly the moment you break the kid right there, if that was real, telling him, look, see, there's nothing here. He's saying, no, I'm seeing something right here. Look. And you're saying, no, there's not.
Yeah.
Like, there you go.
Yep.
But that's why I didn't end up using it, because of the father's behavior. I thought was like stupid.
Well, this one, I'm sure everybody's heard of this latest tactic by now. FBI investigating nightly mystery drone sighting in New Jersey. And, you know, there's all kinds of news out on this, but unidentified drones are now being seen with such regularity that even the FBI is struggling to solve the mystery. You know, I got a couple of drones sitting right back there, you know, and they're registered. You know, you're supposed to have them registered. That doesn't mean you have to have them registered. By law, you do. But they shouldn't be that hard to figure out whose they are and where they came from. I don't know. That's just my opinion. You know, everybody knows what those are like. Unidentified drones are now being seen with such regularity, even the FBI is struggling to solve the mystery. Shoot one of those bastards down and see where it came from. You know, Morse. That's why this is happening up north. The shit wouldn't be happening in Florida, because there'd be some redneck that would see 50 drones flying over his house and he'd start shooting those damn things down. So that's why you don't see this kind of stuff in Florida. Morris County, New Jersey has become one of the focal points of a bizarre, ongoing aerial mystery that's left both residents and local authorities scratching their heads. For some time now, drones have been showing up in the skies over the region on almost a nightly basis, and nobody has been able to determine who's responsible. What are they doing, or why? Local resident Mike Walsh first started to see the drones back in mid-November, and now they are turning up practically every night. I'd really like to see one land and report it, but they're up there for a long time, he said. I don't know where they're taking off from, where they're landing. Another local, Christian Velasquez, also reported seeing one of the drones. It was flying right over this church, continued past the train station. He recalled it had 3 blinking lights. It's weird. There's multiple being spotted. There's multiple ones being spotted at the same time all around Morris County. It's definitely concerning. Local police later issued a statement to allay any concerns that people might have by emphasizing that the drones pose no danger to the general public. How do they know? They could have
They don't even
flamethrowers.
know what it is, but they're going to tell you it has no. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. As things stand, it's not only New Jersey State Police that are investigating the phenomena, but also the Office of Homeland Security and even the FBI. Whether they will be able to determine who's behind the drones, however, remains to be seen. Like I say, if they're flying over restricted areas, is it illegal to shoot a drone down? Yes, absolutely, it is illegal to shoot.
My mom said send 50 around them and figure out what the hell they are, knock one to the ground, and take it.
Yeah. I mean, if they're flying in a restricted airspace, I don't think that illegal to shoot them down law would apply. If they're in a restricted, I know if I got in a little plane and flew into restricted space, they'd shoot my ass down like in a heartbeat.
And a quickness.
So, I don't know. I don't understand it.
They couldn't figure out whose Coke it was in the White House with a box that has to be a locker that has to be checked out by a person with a name.
Exactly.
With cameras.
Damn Russians.
Oh yeah, no. This is now the Iran. They say it's Iraq and or Iran. Wait, what is it?
With what now? Who?
Iran. And a mothership.
Oh yeah.
Letting out all these drones. And that's who we said, because they kept saying, oh, they've got a target on Trump and everything. I'm like, because that's the new Russia.
Yeah.
So I said it's not going to be too long until they start blaming Iran for a lot of these things. And now it could be them, That's their mothership, and they could be letting all these. So it's like, so you're letting them fly around areas of sensitive, information, and where military weapons are stored, and you don't care that they're totally checking out Trump's areas.
Yeah.
Something really weird about it.
Yeah, if it was down here in Florida, there'd be a bunch of good old boys going, hey, let's go drone shooting tonight.
Right?
Yeah. Damn FBI can't figure out what they are. We're going to figure it out. Yeah, I hear they're big. I don't know.
One guy showed one on a video my mom had. It was like the size of a flipping school bus.
Damn.
It was humongous. And they're just like, oh, nothing to see here.
Yeah. Oh,
we're just going to let this crap fly around for a while longer.
There's 50 of them coming in off the coast, and they're hovering around a nuclear plant. That's strange, isn't it? Isn't that peculiar?
Yeah, but, they're not doing anything wrong. To our specifications.
I don't know. Whether they're drones or whether they're UFOs or whatever. I don't know. If they're drones, I don't think a drone and a UFO are the same thing.
No, and they were saying something. One guy said it made some sort of a noise. But the thing is, I don't believe anything that they're saying. I think is a scapegoat. And they have to know what's really going on by now. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's what they're telling us to appease us.
Yeah, like I say, it's illegal to shoot drones down, but if you got something like this happening, you know, we can't figure out what they are, where they're coming from. Well,
it's not illegal for the military to shoot down a drone and
give me a $150 and a rifle, and I'll have one on the ground for you here shortly. We'll poke it with a stick, see if anything comes out. I don't know. If they're drones, they're being controlled by somebody here, you know, whether it's freaking Russians or Chinese or fucking people living in a cave, whatever. It doesn't seem
something's behind it.
It would be that hard to get to the bottom of it. I don't know. So they just like, yeah, they're flying over restricted space. Damn. I'm not supposed to do that. It's like, oh, ain't anybody going to do anything about that? I don't know. It's just me.
And spending way too much time around our, next incoming president's like locations. Like, why are you so concerned about what's going on around his, haunting grounds?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I say I don't think we'll see that kind of stuff here in good old Florida.
Oh, in California, on our street, 2 teenage girls are walking up to a Ring camera holding a rifle like this. He doesn't have like teenagers, so like it's not even like friends or anything. And he posts it like, why are these girls walking up to my house holding a rifle? And people are like, oh, it's okay. They're probably just playing, a senior game. And he's like, I don't have kids. And they're like, oh, I wouldn't worry about it. And you shouldn't be posting their pictures on the site. Like,
Yeah.
totally. Like, dude, they're holding guns and going up to the house like they're going to shoot an animal or shoot like a window. Like, this isn't normal. Like, and you're making excuses for it, people. That's the kind of people in the neighborhood on next door. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, when I look on my doorbell camera and I see somebody coming up to my front door holding a rifle, they're going to get met.
Yeah.
You're going home to meet the Lord tonight.
Ask questions later.
Yep.
I will shoot first and ask later.
It's funny, like when Nora comes over here, I have to degun the house.
Yeah.
Because I pretty much have a gun in every room. Sometimes more. And yeah. I always got to make sure and pick all the weapons up. They're not just laying about. They're hidden, but
in strategic areas, yeah.
Yeah.
But a kid can still find them.
Yeah. And since I don't have kids other than, my goddaughter there.
Who makes the app, Debbie?
Somebody comes in my front door uninvited, they're going to be met with.
They're going to have thought they wish they could have went back and not done that.
Yeah. Going to look like bloody Swiss cheese when they leave. I still remember my one friend that she freaked out when she found out I had a concealed weapons permit. What are you scared of? You live your life in fear? No, I don't actually.
Oh, I don't need to. Let's see what else we got on this agenda. Oh,
Add to stage.
mine are out of order.
Did I pull the wrong one up?
No. Billionaires will be able to buy pills to prolong life, leaving posh zombies on Earth. Billionaires will soon be able to buy pills that extend their lives, leaving posh, privileged zombies roaming the Earth, it has been claimed, which we kind of already have. Artificial intelligence and biotechnology are evolving at such a fast pace, anti-aging tablets may only be years away. Amazon boss Jeff Bezos, 60, PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel, 57, and Chat GPT's Sam Altman, 39, are among a host of tycoons throwing their wealth behind their regenerative medicine. Drugs and other technology will make the body's cells stay younger and disease-free for longer, increasing life expectancy. But only the rich will be able to afford the life-lengthening treatment, leaving the rest of the planet burdened by a troop of privileged super wrinkly super wrinklies. A troop of privileged super wrinklies. Boffin's fear. Okay. Phil Phil. What did Phil say? Founder of the Smartwater Group, which is now part of intelligence-led security. Dieter Tech, whatever. At the rate technology is evolving, it will only be a matter of time before life-extending drugs become freely available to those who can afford them. But tech moguls should quit playing God in their race to conquer death, Cleary said. He said the quest for the holy grail of medicine was ego-driven and risks creating a planet of posh, privileged zombies. Instead, the tech billionaires should use their fortunes to help the world's poorest children survive at least into adulthood. Rather than prolonging the lives of the rich elite, their money would be better spent on the world's 5 million children who die of hunger and from other preventable causes every year. All that's up for interpretation. Cleary, whose book Elixir explores the consequences of life-extending drugs on society, said Silicon Valley's dogged pursuit of the fountain of youth is a fear-led, ego-driven folly that comes at a terrible humanitarian cost to the planet and to its most vulnerable inhabitants. A pill that keeps people alive even by a few decades would create an unjust, inequitable world packed with posh, privileged zombies, predominantly white, middle-class folk who could afford to buy the drugs in the first place. The billionaires behind this dangerous research should therefore quit playing God and reevaluate what life really means, keeping children alive until at least their 18th birthday. So they're running that circle again. According to the World Health Organization, around 100,000 die from age-related diseases every day. The scientific world is split by what triggers them. While aging itself does not directly kill people, older folk are at risk of deadly ailments such as Alzheimer's, heart disease, and cancer. They go on talking about aging, blah, 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 blah. Bezos was reported to have put in 2.4 billion into Altos Lab pounds, and yeah, they go on about, again, who can afford them, who can't, and about saving children. Like 3 or 4 times they make the argument just in a different way. This was probably made by ChatGPT. But yeah, I could see these people taking that pill.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
I definitely would pass.
Yeah, I live forever. I look like shit, but I'm still alive.
And they're still playing out their like games of greed and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Gary.
Yeah, I just seen an article the other day. A man just lived to 112 and died.
You know, I don't have a problem living to like 112 or something. You know, as long as I'm still like, you know,
Cool.
doing stuff, you know, still like got my shit together, not, you know, just laying in a bed. I mean, my aunt died when she was 100, and up until, you know, a month before she died, she was still, you know, like cooking lunch and dinner and like, you know, doing stuff around the house and, you know, all kinds of stuff. And then she just got to where she was feeling bad, and she said, "I'm tired." And then she was done. Did anyone in Egypt see the scene today after dawn? A white dot was walking in the sky, and then it exploded and looked like this. Does anyone have an explanation? I don't. I wasn't in Egypt, so I missed it. Darn it.
Yeah.
Early Sunday morning, a mysterious pink orb appeared in the skies over parts of Egypt, baffling onlookers. What do you think of that? I don't know. I'm baffled. The curious phenomenon lasted for several hours before disappearing. Footage of the large object, which has gone viral, shows a large object hovering motionless in the sky, occasionally trailing white residue. On last Sunday morning, nearly at 6:30 a.m., people in Alexandria of Egypt had seen a strange cloudy pink spot in the sky. Witnesses, on average, reported that at first it was a white the size of looking like the moon, and most people had mistaken it for the moon itself. Then it grew larger, and later it diffused into a smoke very fast, wrote one Reddit poster. Explanations of the orb have included the planet Jupiter and after effects of a rocket launch, which is sometimes accompanied by a whitish residue. What's your take? Share your thoughts with us here. I don't know. I don't know what it. I mean, that's a pretty bright pink orb. That's like not a normal thing you would see in the sky. I don't know, if it was just for a minute or something, that's one thing, but if it lasted a couple of hours, that's kind of bizarre. But yeah, like I was saying last week, how many thousands of satellites are up there, not to mention all the rockets that, we've shot up there and other countries have shot up there. It's like how much shit can be flying around space before some of it just starts falling back to the earth and, burning up, hopefully before it like takes out somebody's house or a city or whatever.
And I don't think the color really was altered because the rest of the picture doesn't look like a weird.
Yeah. Yeah. A gender reveal. Is it a gender reveal? Gay bomb?
Yeah. It's probably China's like artificial sun.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. Don't get me started on the moon again. I'll go.
And now Putin has like this, they're like trying to guess like that satellite C blah 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 that is stuck in the Van Wagner belt now, but they think it could have like nuclear capabilities or some crap like that. Yeah, but what goes up has to come down, right? Eventually.
Yep. So, yeah. Speaking of the moon, here Rob goes again. He's going on a tangent about the moon.
Go.
The whole thing they say, the moon is a dead rock, and it doesn't make its own light. It's reflected from the sun, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I've been reading a lot about it. I've been researching it. And I go out and look at it with my own eyes. And I swear, man, some nights, if that's a reflection, that's a hell of a good reflection. Because sometimes it looks like that thing is lit up like a light. And, like I've read things in different books and I've seen videos talking about it. And, even in the Bible mentions the moon, in Genesis, it says the moon is described as one of two great lights that God created on the fourth day of creation. The moon's role was to mark the seasons, days, and years, and to separate day from night.
And we get light on us.
Yeah. Yeah, like when I played one of the glow disc events, it was like during a full moon and it was bright out there. I'm looking at it, and I'm going, is that really the moon reflecting the sun? And it's that freaking bright?
And it's reflection, but yet we can see all the craters and everything as if the light was behind it.
Exactly.
Like going through it. And I always say like illuminated, the moon is such percent illuminated. Definitely something with that.
But like, everything in the Bible that mentions
it's almost like a beacon.
Yeah. It mentions, the two great lights. It doesn't mention a great light and a reflector.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how how they were shooting live video from the moon back in the 60s. I didn't know. I didn't know live streaming from a place like the moon was even available back then. Little do I know,
Yeah.
I guess.
They had, really long rabbit ears.
Yeah. Who shot the video of the capsule taken off from the moon? Oh, don't be silly. Nobody shot it. That was a camera they left there on the moon. I'm like, okay. Now that camera that they left on the moon was live streaming it back to us, right? In the 60s, right?
Yeah, because how did the camera, it took itself, took its own picture?
Either we were really smart back in the 60s and we've become a lot dumber, or there's some bullshit going on.
Maybe a little both.
You know, that whole hollow moon theory
Yeah.
makes you think.
When I take my moon apart, I think about that because my little charge port doesn't work. You're supposed to tap it, it comes on, and the little charge port has to be soldered back against the circuit board. But this little part just comes off with screws, and the whole circuit, everything's on this little disc. But the rest of this moon is completely hollow, and this little light down here illuminates this whole moon. But it really makes me think about the actual real moon and how it rang like a bell when it was struck. That always sticks out in my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss my moon. I have to get it. Debbie got a moon for her birthday one just like that.
Oh, sweet. Moon landings were bullshit. Really? Really believe that?
Good night, Dad. Wait, didn't you say you were going to sleep a while ago, or who was that? I thought you had a shift in the morning.
That was somebody else.
Oh,
Maybe.
well, you have a good night.
Thanks for stopping in and hanging.
Well,
Yeah, moonlight. Moon reflection.
so the moon rays are actually moon rays.
I'm calling bullshit on it, but
They say the moonlight. Oh my God! So how moonlight charges this and that. If it's not the light, it's what the actual light from the reflection of hitting off the surface of the moon is supposed to be special, or it's the actual energy of the light coming from the moon that's special.
yeah.
How would fake moonlight be so powerful?
Yeah. How would moon reflection? Yeah. Yeah, like Debbie says, everything we think we've we've been taught to believe, programmed. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's to the point that, is there ever any coming back?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Even the stuff we think we know about history and that we're trying to preserve, 1984, we don't want our history rewritten and this and that. We don't even know how much of that history is actually real history. It wasn't just somebody else's perception or someone else's theory based on stuff that was found, what they theorized after that. We don't even know if our own history is actually how accurate some of it actually is.
Yeah.
A whole lot of stuff could have been taught to us our whole lives that was not real. And we'll
Yep.
never know.
Yeah, I mean,
That was weird.
that was me. Yeah, I mean, everything from 9/11 to the JFK to, back Nixon, UFOs. Is Elvis really dead? I mean, who knows, man? Who knows? Will we ever know? I don't have a clue. I would like to say yeah, but if the truth comes out about all that, how do you deal with that when you realize everything we've been taught is a lie?
That's the way I kind of assume it anyways, and I'm just kind of rebasing my own life and my beliefs on just what makes sense to me. I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if they said UFOs are real, here's the proof. I wouldn't be like, oh my god. I wouldn't be blown. I'd be like, it's the fucking time you guys admitted that.
Yeah.
Everybody else knows it. Just, if they were like, JFK was an inside job. Well, no shit. How many years did it take you to admit that? I wouldn't be that blown away by it, but I'm sure a lot of people would.
People would. Yeah. People would have a hard time grasping a lot of like just the realities that we know to be true from what we've lived.
Yeah.
And seen. Like they'll say, "Oh, did you know? Blah 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 blah. They're killing us slowly by spraying yeah." It's like, well, yeah.
Yep.
I've known this like 25 years. Just been waiting for everybody else to catch up.
Yep. Don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Like,
either that or it could be the opposite, and we could just go, damn, I guess we were conspiracy theorists. I guess we were
we had just wild imaginations. Yeah. Just didn't when things didn't add up, we tried to make sense of what didn't make sense.
Yeah, and shit that don't make sense is like there's a lot that doesn't make sense. It doesn't, I mean, 9/11, the new footage that's appeared, even the old footage, when you see those buildings come down, I just have a hard time believing that both of those technically 3 buildings that came down, and they all came down on their own footprint, like
a casino demolition.
Yeah.
And one newscaster called a building being down before it actually got hit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just, if the building would have like toppled over and took out, a couple of blocks, that's kind of what you would have.
Yeah. The people too getting thrown back up like a bomb, like the stairwell, and it's like everything's coming down, but yet they're like sucked and flying back up the other way. Like it wasn't making sense.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got?
Greg, that's what I'm saying. What if it is true and we're all just too skeptical and we don't believe anything, Be like, wow, wasted a lot of time thinking about all that shit.
Well, no, things don't make sense. Just try to make it make sense.
Yep. Yeah, even building number 7 just came down perfectly.
Yep.
Right where it was supposed to.
Well, this church here, this is our future. I was going to show you guys what they think Santa Claus is going to look like in 2050. Tell you what, it just looks like a creepy black robot with red eyes in a Santa suit, similar to something I saw in Futurama. So I didn't do that article, but this church has an AI Jesus for confessions. And it gave me so much advice as this person.
AI Jesus.
Is this the Messiah? Messiah AI? Just in case an artificial intelligence, it was their stupid joke. Just in case artificial intelligence hasn't been taking on enough jobs lately, now it's replacing the Almighty. A church in Switzerland is now using an AI hologram of Jesus to take confessions from Catholic worshippers, as seen in a wild viral video. I was surprised, and it was so easy. And though it's a machine, it gave so much advice. One awestruck worshipper told the news while describing their experience with the Sermonator, located at St. Peter's Church in Lucerne. Dubbed Deus and Machina, the futuristic shrine features confessional booth with a screen displaying the face of Jesus through the grate. Before entering, Robo-Jesus cautions, do not disclose personal information under any circumstances. Use the service at your own risk, and press the button if you accept. Under the picture of the dude with the grate, it says, I asked about the spiral of violence, how to break one, recalled one satisfied worshiper of AI Jesus. The answer was through prayer and not seeking retribution. If the worshippers opts to proceed, the digitally rendered visage interprets their words and generates a response with the animated face moving in sync with the words. When questioned why women aren't allowed to serve as priests in the Catholic Church, the digital Son of God responded, the scriptures teach that certain roles are defined within the church. Each role and task has its place in God's plan. Jesus' cybernetic second coming was made possible by computer scientists and theologians from the Lutheran University of Applied Sciences and Arts who programmed the bot with New Testament and religious information found online. This cyber... What is that noise?
It's my stupid bird.
Oh. How do I not have battery? It sounds like someone like screwing something like in.
Yeah, it's annoying as hell. That's what it is. Stupid ass bird.
So the Savior is also fluent in 100 different languages, enabling it to converse with worshippers from all over the world. Many believers were over the moon about JC's robo resurrection, which took confessions between August 23rd and October 20th, but will be involved in events until the end of November. He is booked and busy. I asked about the spiral of violence. Oh, that's what we just read under the picture. Another recounted, he is able to reaffirm me in my ways of going about things. And he was able to help me with questions I had, like, how can I help other people to understand him better and come closer to him? AI Christ was even able to navigate some of the thorniest theological dilemmas. How do I support, from a Christian perspective, an elderly sick person who has decided on assisted suicide? Asked one pennant. Perhaps you could ask your loved one the following questions. What does your faith mean to you in this difficult time? AI Jesus responded. Is there anything else in life that could bring you joy or peace? And how can I support and give you comfort? It added, your task is not to judge, but to accompany with love. Of course, not everyone was thrilled with the idea of JC's digital middleman, with some labeling it a gimmick, while others called the advertiser's advice generic. I would think it'd be blasphemous. The church even received an ominous warning that the project will not be without consequences. Meanwhile, Professor Pete, dude from the University of Lucerne, claimed that machines don't have the moral compass required to practice religion. That's an idea where we humans are actually vastly superior to machines, so we should do these things themselves, he declared. St. Chapel's dude admitted in a statement that while the project has its limits and raises some whoa, this just flashed and it went to like an app thing to order it, and then it just went right back to the article. Anyhow, there's a video. They're talking about an experiment, a 24. They envisioned the AI offering 24-hour on-call pastoral support as unlike their human, equivalents. These people don't have to sleep, yada, yada, yada. But there's a video kind of showing you some examples of it.
Let me see if I can get to it.
That was good. Article. It like went right into like my Apple store. It was like New York Post, like get, to like order that app. I'm like, huh? And I'm looking at it, then it flashed right back to the article. Things have been wacky lately. Robo Jesus. I'm gonna give you Alt F4.
Personal information under any circumstances. Use this service at your own risk. Press the button if you accept.
Dusa sin machina.
That's creepy though, that dude right there.
Yeah.
So now we've got AI Jesus.
The whole time.
Was that Elon's voice? It did almost sound like Elon.
Personal Jesus. I've just been thinking of that song the whole time.
Oh yeah.
Depeche Mode.
Yeah.
So And, you know, while I was talking about the moon and fake moon landings, I'm going to play this video real quick.
Time? Why has nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
That's not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen. So in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going. But I think I know. Because we didn't.
I remember very clearly. I think
We
So,
didn't what?
We didn't go. I mean, you know, people are like, that's not what he was saying. Well,
Why
I
has
already get
nobody been to the moon in such a long time?
that's broken up, and I can see what you're trying to get at. Just
That's
say-
not an 8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened. And if it didn't happen, it's nice to know why it didn't happen. So in the future, if we want to keep doing something, we need to know why something stopped in the past that we wanted to keep it going.
okay, that's
Well, he just said he didn't go.
that's a freaking word salad and a half right there. Because I'd just be looking at him going, what the fuck are you talking about? But he says, because we
didn't go, but it'd be nice, like, if people could know why we didn't go and like what happened, so that we could maybe be able to go. But people are like hiding the truth.
Yeah, but they're, you know, you read about this video and they're like, he didn't say that. That's fake. I'm like, well, there's the video. I mean,
I don't know. Kind of sounded like it to me.
yeah. Well, that's
What
not
you're
what he
saying.
meant. You know, it's not what he meant. He didn't say that. It's not what he, you know,
Who
okay.
says that's not what he meant? You're gonna now decide what you want, to fit your narrative, what you think came out of someone's mouth. Like,
But
fuck
you
you. It
didn't
came out of
hear.
my mouth. Don't tell me what you think I said. I said what I said.
Janice says, I think he means we didn't go back. Okay. Why? Would be my next question.
Yeah, and that's what where it's like why we couldn't go back.
Greg
It'd be
says, I
nice
think
to
we
know.
went, but they're hiding something big. I think that's a possibility. I don't know. This is just my opinion. Call me crazy. I don't think we went when we said we went.
Yeah.
But I may be totally wrong. I may be just batshit crazy. But that's, I don't know. That's what I believe.
I kind of feel like that too, and the whole space race, was all happening, and it could have been something done on the down low, and then they put on like this. It's like people getting married, then having the party after.
Yeah. I don't know.
But there was something suspicious with all of them.
Yeah. You know, and I can see, hey, maybe we went and maybe we saw something we weren't supposed to see. And maybe that's why we haven't been back, because maybe they told us, hey, your ass doesn't come back here. I don't know. You know, who knows? Who freaking knows? Yeah, we might have went. Not in the first footage in 69. I know. I mean, 69, dude. That was a long time ago. if we made this rocket that looked like it was held together with duct tape and baling wire and had a computer that, you know, compared to today's standards wouldn't even be considered a computer, and it went, you know, whatever, 265,000 miles away in space to a dead rock where we landed, and we got out and walked around and picked up rocks and shit and played hopscotch and fell down and stuck a flag in the ground and got back in that bitch and launched it and came back to Earth. If all that's true, we are genuine badasses. Those were some smart motherfuckers back in the day. But I just don't have that much faith in smart asses back in the day that could do that. I just don't. So we can't figure out how to do it now. So we either got real stupid over the years and our technology that has been booming was actually going backwards. We just think we're smarter now. But then again, look at history. You know, we still don't know how the pyramids were built or any of that, or what any of it means. We don't know how Coral Castle was built down in, you know, South Florida. Can't duplicate it today. You know, without, even with machinery, we can't do it. Even with modern machinery, they can't cut big blocks and move them like they did when building the pyramids. You know, we can't do it. So either we had some help or we were a hell of a lot smarter back then than we are now. So let's see if this video will play. I had a hell of a time making a crystal video today.
Oh man, I didn't think you'd be able to.
I don't even know if it's going to play. It's looking black right now, but I'm going to give it a go. Let's see if it works. Might not. It's only about 3 minutes long. This week's crystal of the week is nontronite. What is nontronite? It's an iron, aluminum, calcium, clay mineral that crystallizes in mass formations. This brittle stone can have previously absorbed water within it, which can dry out in sunlight and begin to crack. The crystallizing formation is created from the weathering of biotite and basalt in deep sea hydrothermal vents. The color is usually a pale green, similar to green opal, but it can also be found as yellow and brown. Quartz and mica crystals can also be found within this stone, as nontronite is usually found in mines with other minerals. This crystal was discovered in Nontron-Dorgon, France by P. Berthier in 1827 and was named after the town where it was found. Nontronite can be found throughout the world with large veins and deposits in Brazil, France, New Zealand, Canada, Hungary, Spain, Czech Republic, Portugal, Slovakia, Poland, Germany, and the USA. Some of the meaning and energy with nontronite. It's a heart chakra stone that helps with the flow of emotions throughout the body. Difficult emotions will become easier to process when working with this stone, as well as conjuring a better understanding for your current thoughts and feelings. Nontronite can assist you in maintaining a positive mental attitude when your natural ability to maintain joy and create happiness is unable to imbue your physical body. This can be caused by a broken heart, feelings of resentment, depression, anxiety, or lack of self-care. The most important thing you can do when experiencing these negative emotions is to jumpstart the chakra system and remove any blockages that are hindering your ability to emotionally flow freely. When one chakra becomes out of place within the chakra column, your entire spiritual body has trouble operating correctly and regularly. When you meditate with non-trinite and other chakra aligning crystals such as quartz and selenite, shungite, moldavite, it can also increase the speed in which your spiritual body can recover, recenter itself, and begin operating on a normal frequency. Place non-trinite directly over your heart and putting the other stones throughout different points of your body and altering them as you meditate. This will not only allow energy from different stones to heal a variety of chakras, but also allow the vibrations from each crystal to re-enter the body and your auric fields at different points to help replenish and resolve. There you go. A little bit about this week's crystal of the week, non-trinite. Thanks for watching. Big old chunk of it right there.
I don't believe I have any of that. I was trying to get the name.
I found this in my garage yesterday. Cleaning out all the shit in my garage. I found a bunch of rocks.
Where did it come from?
Beats the heck out of me.
How'd you know what it was?
Just looked it up, figured it out, put it in the rock identifier, all that.
It actually works good.
It works pretty good, 8 out of 10.
Send me a screenshot of which app you use for that.
All right.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
get
at least
this.
it's not a million-year-old turd.
Huh?
Gary says, at least it's not a million-year-old turd.
Yeah.
Blink.
How do you spell it?
Well, the one tonight,
Yeah.
non-trinite. It's Nontronite.
Oh, I lost it. Right. Yeah, I like the way that one sounds. It might have to add it to my collection.
Yeah, it's not like an expensive rock.
No, but a good one to have in my arsenal for when the needs arise.
Yeah, this is kind of. See if I can get to it.
Do they cut it and shave it and things too?
And it's usually kind of brittle. I mean, you can.
Oh, it's more brittle. Yeah, kind of looked like
this rock right here is kind of what mine. I mean, mine didn't have the blue in it, but I don't think it's like that. This is benitoite and naturalite cluster. I don't know. I think mine has something else in it. It's not just,
yeah, the one you picked up looked like it was on a matrix of some sort.
yeah, there's definitely something else in it. It's got the green, but it's also got chunks of other.
That's a cool specimen. Kind of like that one in the corner there, but or the white, like if the white was yellow.
Yeah. I found a really cool chunk of petrified wood too that I really dig.
And when you're cleaning,
Yeah. I got a whole
maybe you won at like the rock show or something and forgot about. Like,
yeah, I probably bought it. I don't know. Some of these rocks I've had for like since I was a kid, but others I just, picked up at the rock show or somebody gave me or it's like all my shark's teeth that I find now. I put them in like little jars, and I write on the jar on the lid like where I found them. This batch is from a creek in Gainesville. This batch is from Fort Clinch or wherever, Not that it matters to anybody else, but at least to me, I can look at them years from now when I'm old and decrepit and go, oh yeah, I remember that day.
I used to love labeling my things like that in these little plastic things. Why don't you search for that rock and say on a whatever the other one is, matrix, the burl, say that word on a or mixed with blah blah blah. Oh yeah, see those are kind of shaped like a little point, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't do like a whole lot, but if they could, I thought there's like a little point.
Yeah, I wish I had a chunk that, just looked like that or like this one.
See, that's cool, right? How much is a piece like that one?
That big point's 43
Like
bucks.
That's not bad. It looks like flaky, like you can like scratch it off with your fingernails and stuff.
Yeah. So this piece it's pretty hard in places. So I don't know what it's mixed with. It's got several different colors in it.
Should bring it to next time you go to the rock meeting.
Yeah. Probably be the old guy and go, you dumbass, you bought that from me 2 years ago. You don't remember that? Oh, yeah, I was just testing you. What did you say it was again? Yeah, my piece looks like that. Which isn't the same thing.
How much does that one go for?
$107. Jeez.
I was gonna say it looked like a bigger amount, probably because of whatever that matrix is with it. Like I have my amethyst cave, and it's got like one of those, I can't remember the word for it, where it's like a ulcer that grows on the crystal, and it's this purple circle, whatever. So I got it cheaper because they called it like a not perfect crystal because it had that.
Yeah.
But I see people use those and actually cut those like purple things out of the amethyst, and like they're special and all this stuff. So what I thought was a flaw was actually something pretty cool. And what the hell did you just do? You just knocked down my rocks. As we're talking about rocks. The one that you gave me the name for, and I still never checked to make. I lost where I wrote down. Or wrote down where you gave me the name of that rock. And so I was never able to double check it after all that. Wiener pills.
Wiener pills. Boing.
Oh,
Gnarly.
that's because they feel safe in your scent. Mine took a piss in my shoe the other day.
Oh man.
She was upset. The other cat wouldn't let her get to the litter box. He was being a little ass. She had to go, and went in my shoe.
Gnarly. Told you that time I lived next door to this old man, and he had like a shitload of cats. Had like 30 of them. And they were like derelict cats. They'd just come over my yard, take a dump, and just walk away. You know, most cats would bury it. These wouldn't.
Oh, they used to use it as a toilet.
Mm-hmm. So I was up on the balcony one day and had some water balloons.
Oh.
Cat took a shit in my yard. Went to walk. I was like, kitty, kitty. Turned around and looked at me. I threw a water balloon and hit him right in the head with it.
Oh, I thought you were splashed by the cat.
Mm-mm. Next day, it came out. I used to drive my motorcycle right up on the front porch and park it. I came out, went to get on my motorcycle, and there was a big pile of cat shit on the seat of my motorcycle.
See,
And it
that's
didn't
what my
look like
cat would
someone had picked it up and put it there. It looked like the cat put it there.
They
And I
do
looked
that. They know. They will go and shit on something.
I looked over and that cat was just sitting over underneath the edge of the bushes, just looking at me like, bitch, who's laughing now?
Hit me in the head with the water balloon. I'd say that could work if you're getting them wet and then they get scared. It's like a big squirt bottle, kind of like, no, don't do that. Day Day used to totally police Spooky and wouldn't let her out of her little hut all the time, and she got her food, next to anyway. He went in there one day when she wasn't in there. I'm like, what are you doing around her hut? Like, get out of Spooky's stuff. He's always like looking at her to do screwed up things to her, like just this ooga booga thing to scare the shit out of her into the box and all this. And I look one day, I go to take the bowl out, and there's a soft serve swirly shit right in the middle of the cat's bowl. Like, he went and straight shit in the cat's food bowl.
Wow.
He has enough of a brain to think, screw Spooky.
Here's some dinner for you, bitch. Gobble this up.
Like, he really thought, like, that's shit people think to do. And the cat thought to do it, and he did it. Oh, this is inscribed inside. Listen to your heart. Let your spirit light the way. When you were wear this, remember my love. Look, my mom always gets us these Brighton jewelry things every year at Christmas, like different necklaces and bracelets. It's just brand Brighton, but I wore it last night at the Christmas party.
Nice.
And I've been seeing Brighton showing up in my Facebook feed. So I might be maybe getting a new Brighton thing this year.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, Mom, were you looking at Brighton? She goes, how do you know it? I said, because it's showing up in my Facebook feed ads. She goes, but how do they know? I said, 'cause we're on the same IP.
Yep. Hmm. All right. Well, I suppose we're going to mosey on out of here. Seeing it's after 2 a.m. in the morning. Going to be up for a while. Got to go pick Darcy up from work. Like,
You still have to pick up a... Huh?
Yeah, I got to pick her up at, I think, 3, something like that.
Are you shitting me?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, she's having to work that late?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you're there to like pick her up though and make sure she gets the car safe and everything.
Yeah.
Though she seems like someone that knows, self-defense and all that. It's just better she's not having to be alone out there.
Yeah. My wiener dog will be happy. She used to go for another ride.
When she goes with you
Oh, yeah.
every time,
Yeah, pretty much.
she just like runs out there and jumps in the car.
Yep. Load them
And
up.
then
She's
where
like,
does she just
She's
kicks
just-
it like on the back seat?
yeah, she'll get in the front seat. She likes to look out the window. And yeah, if there's a towel, I put a towel on the back seat. Sometimes she'll get back there and chill out. It's like, where to next, Miss Daisy?
Aww.
Driving Miss Dixie.
It's too cute.
Mm. All righty. Yeah, exactly, Craig. You get hit in the nuts hard enough, you're going down. If you get a
Yeah.
full blown nut shot on a dude and it doesn't affect them, your next best option is you hope you can run really fast.
Yeah, you run real fast.
All right, we're out of here. Thanks for hanging out with us as always. Love you guys and gals. We'll
Good night,
talk it.
everybody. Good night, Robert.
Night, night.